Okay, let's start it. Okay. See, first of all, Salesforce, right? Salesforce is one of the CRM softwares available in the market. There are like Siebel, there are a lot of other softwares available in the market, right? So first of all, what is CRM? CRM is like a customer relation management, right? CRM, customer relation management. So in our day-to-day example, let's not worry about the technology, but day-to-day example, if you call a hospital or any home service, if you call anybody, right? So some customer care expert, customer care representative, he will ask your number, right? He will ask your name or last 4 digits of SSN, or if there is already an existing case, they might ask a case number. So generally what they do, the customer care representative, they will they will punch in that info on a software, and they will pull the case. There is no guarantee that the same person will pick up our call next time, right? So in a big corporate company, what happens if you call any customer? They might be having a big team of 100 people. If you call one time, somebody will lift the call, and when you call some other alternative time, somebody else will answer the call. So, but based on the info, whatever we give, whether it is a customer ID or a case number or last 4 digits of SSN, whatever, right? They punch in and they pull the info. How they will do that? They exactly follow that, because they can follow the notes, they can follow where our case is. So instead of confusing this, right? So let us um, take one case study scenario. So for example, we all have, we live in a home. If something happens, we call this, we have all home insurance, right? Like appliance insurance. So we call those people, right? So for example, something broke, some pipes, some water drain pipes or something broke, right? So we call them. So what will we do? We will open a case. They give a case number, and they give a approximation time when we can expect a plumber or a technician, right? So that is one case. But later on, you want to see the progress, right? We will call them back. So they will ask the case number, and they will punch in, and they will get the details. So these are all, CRM package. CRM. This is what pretty much the CRM softwares they do. So they keep track, they take the info from the customer, and they keep track of it. So nowadays in a software industry, any software, until and unless uh, if it is not integrated with the other softwares, so there is a pretty possibility that it will doom to fail. Because so if you take any software company, right, any company, any IT company, they use like hundreds of software. So some of the softwares are free software, some are licensed based. So most of the tools, actually, they should able to integrate with each other behind the scene. Nowadays, considering the customer demand and people needs, right? So they should able to support the integration part. So CRM software is not an exception. It is not an exception. It is also part of it. So CRM software should able to support integration with other rest of the softwares. So if you see the first slides, right? Today, instead of um, digging deep into the Salesforce, right? So we are pretty much touch base with most of the concepts at 100, 10,000 feet level. Just let us go a little bit slow, and we will take it from there. Even myself is learning, so just it is like just refresh myself, and just to share whatever I learn it. And I know that some of you people already took some courses on Salesforce. You got some idea. Even some of them take courses on Tableau. Recently, Salesforce purchased Tableau, and there are a lot of similarities and functionalities. So if you know one CRM software, pretty much we know, it's not a rocket science. It's pretty easy. So and it's very user friendly too, because the CRM software are developed for the regular users. So they don't need a lot of technical skill set. So but the CRM software, they need technical skill set later part of it. If you want to develop, if you want to enhance the out of the box product. So we will discuss a little later. Okay. So first of all, see, customer calls, customer You can see our screen. You can see my screen, right? So the customer can interact with, customer can contact through a web or email. You can open a web chat, or you can fill a form and you can submit it several ways, right? Or you can call a call center, or you can enter the field, or you can contact through partners, third parties. So sometimes, when you call a bank, right, they will say, please hold on the call and I will connect to some other line, right? So it happens many times. So third party. So there is like a web and email, call center and field. So all the customers, whatever they punch in, they provide, they save that info in the customer information. They save the customer information. On the base of customer information, they do the analytics and they do the marketing, they do the back office. There is a processing. You see, the customer is a front end, left to right. We are talking about it, the flow. Flow starts at the customer. Customers call the people and they provide the info using different channels. They can be web and email, call center, or field or partner, whatever, right? And then the info will be on the customer information database. And based on that info, they will do the process. Analytics, they use a lot of analytics. They use the marketing, they use the back office. Back office is for the processing. And not only that, once they process that, for a pictorial dashboards representation, we have two tools like Tableau. So we talk about it many times. So there are a lot of integration mechanism. So let me navigate to the second slide. If you see it right here a little bit more complex, because the first flow diagram, or data diagram, or it's a pretty simple. They hide a lot of details from us. Just they want to give like a overview of the system. So that's why they hide a lot of details. But if you go a little bit, next chart, right? Customer, then call the front office, then your back office, pretty much whatever we discussed in the first slide deck, right? The customer, when customer calls, customer engagement, customer intelligence, there is a lot of analytics. Salesforce automation and commerce call center field, there are a lot of, there are like a lot of areas there, right? And business process orchestration and IT, supply chain, HR, finances. So CRM, CRM is not necessarily stick to a certain field. It can support IT, supply chain, HR, finances, and ERP. So wherever you interact with the customers, pretty much you can implement CRM. So that's why CRM is like very vast. And even the big tickets companies like Amazon, and that is on the third slide actually. One of the slides I have it. So even the big companies, they implement it. Even Facebook, almost all the companies, wherever you deal with customer care and customer support, almost all the companies in the US, they have the customer care, because that should be one of their business model, right? If they have very poor customer support, obviously they want to do very well in the market. So if you see a little bit more, there is a cloud segment part is there. There are like different components are there. There are like different components. If you go a little bit further down, let me navigate to the third slide. So okay, we're talking about it. There are a lot of CRM products are there. As long as we deal with the customers, definitely we need a CRM product. That's awesome. But then why only Salesforce when there are a lot of products in the market like Cbel? There are a lot of products in the market. Why why should we, why should we focus on Salesforce? Why it is so special? So there are few elements we are going to discuss. So if you see the typical, right, before this cloud became like a pretty normal nowadays, right? It's like a day-to-day operations. Cloud is no more, it is like advanced technology. Years back, maybe to us, but nowadays cloud is pretty common. It's like a, normal, every day is normal job. So if it is not cloud, what we do, any software, we have to set up our own computers in our office location, and we have to install those softwares on the office location. And so I'm muting all of you guys. So, if you have any question, unmute yourself. Okay. So sorry. So if you are not in the cloud arena, what we have to do? We have to set up our own software on our own machines. So for that one, again, we have to purchase our hardware, we have to purchase our software, and we have to purchase the software, we have to install on it. And we have to do our configurations. And Then if you want to use any analytical software, just we have to do the integration part. So pretty much, most part of it, we buy from Best Buy or somewhere else, and we have to do this configuration part in our office. That was the olden days. Nowadays, product like a Salesforce, pretty much on a cloud. So we don't have to worry about anything. Just we take a, subscription like Gmail or Gmail, like when we use the Gmail, right? So we don't have to worry about it, where the Gmail software is installed, what are the software packages it works, does it have any integration with any other software? Just we don't care. We don't have to worry about it. What we do, so just we start using the Gmail like any cloud services. So what we do, like a Facebook or Gmail, we don't worry about it too many details. Just we open the we use the URL, and we start using it. So that is the beauty here. Salesforce pretty much the same. Why Salesforce became so popular? Because it's a cloud based application. When we think about cloud based application, we don't have to worry about it all these legacy platforms details. So deal done, that is good. And second thing is, Salesforce is very friendly for the integration part, as I told you, right? For successful of any software nowadays, one of the main things they need to focus on is integration, because no one solution in the in the market cannot give cannot satisfy all the needs of the customers. 360 degrees it cannot satisfy. So some areas it is good, some areas it provide. Definitely it needs to integrate with other softwares. That's where the integrations come in, right? So that is the difference between legacy platform and Salesforce. So let's go to the next one. So as we discussed earlier, there are database, definitely. See, when we user punch in a lot of info, somebody has to capture all the info, and they have to keep the info somewhere, right? So generally where we store all those info data. So we keep all this data info in a database, right? Salesforce, it interacts and it keeps all the database. And as we discussed, right, there is a marketing cloud and marketing connections and business to business to it can support multiple business models. It can support multiple business models. And so as long as we plug into the, see, when we, what is that, subscribe this Salesforce subscription, right? So Salesforce not only support us, they support like hundreds of thousands of other business, right? So like a Gmail is not only exclusively for us, right? So Gmail, millions of users they use it. Like, so Salesforce also like that. It's a cloud-based solutions. There are like hundreds of business they use it, millions of business they use it. So, and Salesforce use the cloud environment, and they maintain databases, make sure that there is like a one-to-one mapping for their specific user details. So that is a beauty actually. So you see that, right? They're supporting business 1, 2, 3, 4 and business n. They support like millions of business using the same Salesforce cloud platform, and they use the multiple databases behind the scene. So next one, let us go there. See, pretty much, just think about it. It's like a bank. You go to the bank, and a customer, standing in front of the desk, right? So there is a Salesforce cloud in front of the, in front of the customer executive, when he interacts with the customers. So he take the info, and behind the scene there is a layer Salesforce application, and the Salesforce application talk to the Salesforce API, and behind the scene it will talk to the Salesforce services. There is a social media mobile analytical cloud. So same thing we have been discussing it. See, there are like a multi-tier environment of this software, but as a customer we don't have to worry about all of this, because Salesforce takes care of all of the complexity. My friends, I did a little research. It's very easy, very easy. Not so much learning curve, and anyone can grasp it. And within very, it's just like plug and play. There are few configurations, there are few built-in features. Just keep playing about it, and when you do that one, right? Just think in the real-time words. Don't worry about technology, but real world. Oh yeah, okay, when we call the customer care, oh, this is what these people do. They ask my details. Okay, they punch in those details and they pull the info about me, and they can tell me the status of my order or whatever, right? So or else, sometimes, they will escalate it. They will escalate it further for their manager approvals or something, right? So sometimes when we put a request, they said that, no, give me a few minutes, sir, I need to check with my, manager or something, or, higher authority. That is called workflow. So it's like a well defined. And one more question is, what will happen if somebody, say for example, I give an example. If Nancy, I call Nancy, and Nancy, uh, took Nancy took care of my file, a case, and she put all the info in the, on the system. And when I call her next time, maybe it's not Nancy, maybe Priya might pick up my call, but Priya can follow the notes. And if there are any escalations, if Nancy is on vacation, but something she has to take care of it, what will happen? It will go to her upper management. So there is always somebody to take care of this business, because people take offs, PTOs, whatever it is, right? Off time and vacations, whatever it is, right? So there should be a defined methodology mechanism in any industry. If somebody is off, or somebody decided to leave the organization, or somebody, you know unfortunately somebody was let go, so the business should continue, right? So there should be a mechanism called workflows. So these are all functionalities actually Salesforce define and support in a very efficient way. But above all, it's very, very user friendly. And we will my friends, today's class, I'm not teaching, okay? I'm not teaching and I'm not preaching, just I'm sharing. I myself actually got fascinated while going through some of those Salesforce slides while preparing for this class. So actually I was like, wow, it's a lot of tremendous potentiality in the job market, and even the technology wise where they can go. And my office, I work with a company that is in the Atlanta, not downtown, but it is in the midtown, called Buckhead. There the Salesforce has a very, very, very large office space. Salesforce headquarters is not in Atlanta. Salesforce headquarters is in California, somewhere else. So, but I can tell that they are doing really awesome. Even the large companies, very big companies, actually nowadays they're adapting Salesforce. So we are not lag behind. We are right time in the game. So just the thing is, just you frame your mind. If this is the area actually our heart says to proceed further, please go ahead. Please go ahead. You never repent, and you never regret further decision whatever you take, because Salesforce is really awesome. A lot of jobs actually. So we are going to discuss one by one. So next thing, so why Salesforce? So it's a cloud deployment, products for various business needs. It's not like um, especially when they support like a multi business model, millions of business. Every business is unique. I mean, every business, it's not a rule, but every business might be unique. I know business requirements changes from one business to another business. One business is a financial company, another business is like groceries, like supply chain, and some business are like healthcare. So there are like a tons of business types, but Salesforce supports all of them, because they have like very flexible model. That's why they can support like a multiple business models and extensive out of the box functionality. I told you, right? So when the Salesforce offers to the customers, they offer certain functionality, but it may not suit exactly my needs, or maybe my business, maybe it need more than what Salesforce offer. So I cannot wait on Salesforce say that, okay, you need additional features. Okay, great, I can provide, but you wait for another 2 years. I cannot wait, right? I want my business to kickstart immediately. I was like, okay, fine, but what do you want me to do? Then Salesforce said, oh, you don't have to wait for me 2 years. I will give you few tools, additional tools. You hire a few developers, Salesforce developers, and you develop yourself. Those are like a plugins. Just plug in to the additional functionality. So like that. So that's where the Salesforce developers comes in. Salesforce developers, they can enhance or they can increment the functionality whatever Salesforce. On top of it, they can customize based on specific business needs. That's where the Salesforce developers comes in. Developers, they come in, right? Cloud deployment, products for various business needs, extensive out of the box functionality. Whatever Salesforce provide right away, like a to go box, that is like out of the box. but we can extend it, right? So integration capability, as we discussed that, right? So Salesforce provide APIs and other tools, other functionalities. They use those APIs, they call them, or Salesforce use other tools APIs. So API is like a gateway proxy. When we use any other softwares, they provide a way to integrate. So if I have to use a Salesforce to integrate with other software like Tableau, so integrate means just we don't put together and compress them, right? There should be a way they integrate with each other. So in our Salesforce functionality, we have to call the Tableau functionality the way we should able to call functionality through APIs, that is called gateways or proxies. So that is all program defined. And while we are defining proxy itself, we will be careful. So we are exposing our proxies or APIs to the outside world. So we make sure that if somebody hit our system using those proxies or APIs, make sure that our system won't be compromised security wise, not or user information, it should not be compromised. So that's why when I am exposing my functionality to the outside world, I always have a my choice what I want to expose. If the company has like 100 types of products, they don't have to tell access to the outside world each and everyone. So some of the core functionalities they can keep themselves, and some of the functionalities whatever they can reveal to the outside world. So that's what they reveal or expose through the APIs. Then the other companies, they take those APIs. APIs is nothing but software calls. So they use them. They will either they program it or they will integrate it, and they will access the system. So Salesforce is very rich in integration capabilities and customizing capability. There are a lot of tons of tools we can customize it. And Prashant sister is waiting. Yeah, thank you. And the pricing model. So as it is a cloud, so we don't have to worry about hardware. We don't have to worry about renting a bigger buildings and hiring a lot of engineers who maintain our software. So this is like a SaaS model. If you remember, we discussed, right? So platform as a service, software as a service, infrastructure as a services earlier, right? Cloud based. So this is a pricing model. It's like a this pricing model is pretty much like our the gas in our car. The more gas you use, you pay more. The less gas you use, you pay less. So this is a price model. If the more you use the Salesforce, you pay more. The less you use, your business is a small, your requirements are less, and you use like a minimal purpose, then you pay minimal money. But if you have a bigger business, you have a lot of customers, you have a lot of demand, you use a number of hours, accordingly you pay that much money. So that's why what they do, they have like a different slabs, different what is that pricing models, whatever suits for which suits for every business, whether it is a small, medium size, large. Okay. And customer service. Yeah. So as it is a CRM product, obviously we can expect a better customer product, because CRM product itself is for customer services, right? When your CRM product itself cannot provide a proper customer service, what kind of product that is, right? So obviously they should be good at it. So user interface, I told you, right? Yeah, user interface peculiarities. You can give, so they have a certain functionalities. You can integrate with other systems, and you provide the user interface, and in a very friendly interface. As I told you, right, it's very very easy. Just plug and play, like very layman terms. Actually, there is nothing coding at all. Salesforce administrator, it doesn't need coding, but developer needs some coding, but it's not as heavy coding as like Java coding or Python coding. It's not that much heavy. They do coding, but they do the coding whenever it is needed. So I challenge all of you guys. So even though if you decided to start your career as a Salesforce administrator, great. I really encourage you guys, and I'm glad for you guys. But don't stop it there. Challenge yourself and go to the next level. There are jobs. After Salesforce administrator, there are jobs like a developer. After once a while, you got a really good grasp of the system, you can try for Salesforce architect, and a lot of jobs there. Even business analyst, Salesforce business analyst there, Salesforce project manager is there. So there are tons of jobs. Actually, we are going to talk about it after few slides. So okay, cloud deployment. Okay, we read these 8 topics, 8 what is that, points to consider. No, Salesforce, right? But you might ask me the question, great, Salesforce is a great product, but what is in me, what is in it for me, right? What is in it for me, right? Salesforce, better career, and better salary, and big companies are hiring. A lot of opportunities. I'm going to talk about it shortly. Salesforce is everywhere. Why it is everywhere? Because that is on the cloud. Gmail is everywhere, right? Whether you go to India, wherever you go, as long as you have internet, you can access your Gmail. You can access your mails. Pretty much Salesforce is the same. As long as you have the internet, wherever in the world, your business will follow you. Your company will follow you. Your Salesforce application will follow you. You don't have to worry about it. If it is a physical application, we have to carry like 2 servers with us, and it's not the case, right? So just as long as you have a internet anywhere, whether it is your system or whether it is your neighbor system or anybody's system, so just log in and play that, just like a Gmail. So that's why Salesforce is everywhere, and better job opportunities. There are a lot of job opportunities, and you might be really surprised. Actually, I'm going to discuss it shortly. So pretty much in this class, actually, I'm selling Salesforce. Even though I'm not, I'm pretty much, I be like a Salesforce representative. So even though I don't have nothing to do with Salesforce other than finding some opportunities for for you guys, if somebody is interested in. Okay, let me go to the next one. Most important benefits of Salesforce: customer information, account planning, time management, team collaboration, accessibility. Team collaboration. The most of this beauty of this cloud-based application is so we can collaborate very well. So this is all cloud, especially in this remote working environment right nowadays. So just it's a cloud-based environment. So I log in here, and one of you guys will log in from your home, and somebody else log in somewhere else. So we all can collaborate our work. So when somebody is we three people are working on the same application. If somebody is working on the same application, if I make some changes, if I overwrite it, so we don't have to worry about it. I'm inadvertently tampering their work or something, or so they don't have to worry about it. I'm going to overwrite their work. So there is a very beautiful collaboration tools, but even I am also learning that one. Just let's as of now just keep that. Salesforce is very versatile, and it provides a lot of functionalities. Let's go to the next one. Salesforce benefits. According to the Salesforce customer success, companies is a switch to the Salesforce 25%. Lot of companies are moving to Salesforce. That's for sure. I know, because some of my friends they move to Salesforce from different other domains. One of my friends was in DevOps, then he moved. One of my friends, he was in the DevOps world, then he moved to the Salesforce. And a lot of people actually they move to Salesforce from different technologies. And 35% of the companies that use Salesforce see as increasing customer satisfaction. 35%. And Salesforce customers say they have seen average of 20 green, marketing with the use of Salesforce customer services agents have increased. Yeah, so definitely this will be really a powerful tool for the customer care. It's as it is a CRM product. But you see that a lot of companies they're adapting, even the big shots, and we are going to discuss it. So see, when we move to any technology, right? One thing we have to think about it, is it going to help us right away, I mean, or at least in this immediate presence, or anytime in the future. So that's what we have to think about it too, because when we start investing a lot of time and focusing on it and learning it, doing certifications, whatnot, right? So one thing we have to consider that, is this field is going to be now, or is it going to stay longer? Is going to stay longer? Is it going to stay longer? So we have to think about it actually. So Salesforce is going to stay, and Salesforce is definitely is going to stay. So let's discuss. Okay, top Salesforce Lightning business benefits. So Salesforce Automation, essential AI integration like never before, Lightning up application. And give me 1 second, guys. So Lightning fast applications, third-party integrations, high quality leads, information privacy. And one more thing is very important. Salesforce has a lot of customer information. They have a lot of customer information. And so you need to be really, really careful, because if data breach happen, any customer information is leaked, right? It's going to be a very big deal, and people are going to sue the company like left and right. So so that's why all these factors we have to think about it. So Salesforce support all of them. Salesforce support all of them. So yeah. So uplifting user experience to the great heights. Okay. Salesforce Lightning benefits. Okay, we already discussed it actually. Salesforce provide a lot of benefits, right? So yeah. And then let's go to the next one. See, as I told, yeah.
The previous slide, I have need to ask something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is this? The second one, Einstein AI integration like never before.
Oh, yeah, integration. Yeah, integrations, automations actually.
Uh,
See, especially see when we call the CRM, right?
hmm?
When we call the customer care, right? So most of the time, the first person we talk to is a bot, not to the real person, right?
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So the first thing is, so
So this
that's
is
what
the
they,
artificial intelligence.
yeah, that's what he put like a very what is that? Um, Catchy word, like Einstein AI, but it's like a AI integration, artificial intelligence integration, like our RPA bots or something like that.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, he used the catchy word like a Einstein. Are we good?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So next one is like, as I told you, right? A lot of big companies, they're adapting Salesforce, like a Google, Facebook, Twitter, and Amazon. And one beauty of Salesforce is Salesforce even supports existing legacy systems too. See, most of the companies, they adapt to the cloud, but not 100%. Some of their applications are cloud, some of their applications are on the on premises or data centers. So most of the companies, they have like hybrid environment. Salesforce supports both of them. At least as per the Salesforce clients, they support both of them. So we will, as we learn further, right? So we will get into there. Okay. So I'm going to support my statement. Salesforce has a lot of opportunities. Hey friends, do you have any questions so far? See, I'm not a teacher. I'm like one of you guys. Just whatever I'm studying for my certification. I have been for a while, and just I pick up notes and just I'm sharing with you guys. And Soumya, you promised that you are going to share Tableau, right? In few after few classes, right?
So I'm fine for next week if
Oh,
you
next
guys
week
are.
itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, we invite all of you guys. Anybody come forward. You can come forward and share it. So this is our platform. There is no formalities, or we don't have to follow any formalities. But whoever has a passion, just they want to share it, come forward and share it. Okay, anything is fine. Um, yeah. So we are all here to support, encourage each other, and to do the learning together. So make sure that the learning is a wonderful experience for all of us. Okay, I'm going to support my statement. Salesforce has a lot of opportunities. So I capture a few slides from LinkedIn. So I'm going to show it. So maybe it's a little bit. Yeah, can you see this?
Yes, we can see.
You can see. Now it is good, right?
Yeah.
I'm just increasing the font actually. Okay, you see that, right? There are 72,680 jobs there. Salesforce as of now. But if you check it further,
Ravi,
hmm
do you want to put it in the presentation mode so that it will be a little clear?
okay, yeah, maybe I think that's better. Let me do that. Is it better now? Of course.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here, right? So any given time, right? There are like, yeah, 72,680 jobs are there. You see, Salesforce administrator, a lot of jobs actually, senior level or, like mid-level to senior level. But if you consider since the last month itself, there are like 53,419 jobs are there since the last month, after this holiday season, right? So it's pretty much like 53,419 jobs are there. But if you go a little bit further, let us refine this search. Since the last week itself, there are like 20,629 jobs. And friends, right, after this holidays, now the job market is picking up. People are getting back to work and it's picking up actually. See already. Within last 1 week itself, there are like 20,629 jobs. Okay, fast 24 hours. Let us see. Still, there are like 5,231 jobs. That tells that there are a lot of jobs, right? A lot of jobs. And good thing is now most of the IT jobs are remote. Okay. So what I did was I opened one of the job description and see that actually what they're really looking for, right? So okay, but I opened the job description of a senior sales administrator. So don't worry about it. It's a senior position. Obviously, there is a little bit, they expect a little bit more. So don't worry about it. But just I happen to open this one. So it's with the client, the Salvation Army, and let us go through the qualifications. Bachelor degree, so that is minimal. So yeah, so it doesn't have to be engineering. So they did not specify anything. Any bachelor degree is okay. And second thing is, you see, right, Salesforce advanced admin certification. But as it is senior level, obviously their expectations are high. So but at least we understand, right? We need to start with Salesforce admin certification. And some last point, follow that last point. Experience with BI tools such as Tableau. Tableau is there. Power BI also there. So why Tableau? I mean, we discussed many times actually. Salesforce is very good, and analytics capture a lot of data. That is really good. But to give you a presentation in the dashboards, Salesforce functionalities are not so great. So what they do, they support the integration with a tool like Power BI or Tableau. So that's why they are expecting people having experience with Tableau or Power BI. And Soumya is going to give some details on Tableau, maybe next class, or maybe within next week or next week. Let's work on it actually. So grasp some idea about Tableau too, because they go hand in hand. So this is the job description pretty much, if you see it, right? So yeah.
Ravi,
Hmm.
the red one which you marked, the
Yeah.
second, under the second one, it says Salesforce non-profit cloud certification. What does that mean? What is the difference? Like, in the second one, it says Salesforce advanced admin certification, right?
Yeah.
Which you marked it. But under that, underneath exactly, Salesforce non-profit cloud certification.
Yeah.
Strong.
I got it. Salesforce. I mean, I'm not exactly sure about that, but a cloud certification. I will do a little research on it and get back on it.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Yeah. I mean, there are two things actually. See, in Atlanta, there is a company called National Christian Foundation that is in Alpharetta. They have been using Salesforce for a long time. So initially, most of the Salesforce customers are non-profit organizations, like you see that, right? There is the Salvation Army or National Christian Foundation, this kind of charitable organizations, because they can easily keep track of it, where the every penny goes, where the money comes in, where the money goes, how it goes, a lot of details actually, CRM products actually. So that's why some companies, they prefer a non-profit experience or non-profit certification. But I will do a little research on it. Yeah, I did not notice that actually when I drafted these certifications non-profit. I will take a look at it. Okay.
Raviji, it
Yeah.
also says strong SQL capabilities.
Oh yeah. That is expected, because see, Salesforce, I told you, right? When they capture a lot of info from the customers, but behind the scene, what happened? It will keep all those data in a database, right? So for the analytics purpose, and if you have to bring the data back, right, queries, you have to run the queries. So that's why they're expecting like SQL capabilities. It doesn't have to be like super SQL, like a DBA level SQL
Yeah,
capabilities, but should be having like some at least the basic SQL
basic.
commands
Mm.
handy, because we are going to do a lot of querying. May not be doing the raw querying, like using the plain vanilla version, but we should
Yeah.
know that how to use them at least, right? See, queries are very common in a lot of tools actually, not necessarily databases like SQL or Oracle, because see, when we use a tool like Jira, there is kind of querying. So if you know the little bit querying, right? So we can implement it easily. It's easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Any questions?
We're good, I think.
Yeah, yeah, especially see non-profit organizations, right? Non-profit organizations, their salaries are not so aggressive, but the job profiles are good actually. Um, Generally they prefer somebody on long term, and they do a thorough back background check, but they prefer somebody to stay with them long time. So generally most of the people, they stay there long time. So salaries may not be so aggressive as the corporate companies. So that is one thing have to consider before anybody explore the option of non-profit organization route. Okay, now the interesting part. The average Salesforce salaries in USA. Administrator can be like 100 plus K, 100K plus, right? So, and account, there are several jobs you see, right? Account executive, software developer, business analyst, software engineer, project manager. So these are all again Salesforce. So jobs, but they have the Salesforce flavor. So if you see, right, they go all the way to the manager level, 150,000 plus. So administrator can start with 100,000, right? 100,000 plus. So that's what I challenge you guys. If you decided to take this route, the Salesforce route, don't limit yourself, because I do believe in all of you guys. You guys can do amazing things, but one step at a time, right? So just start somewhere else, wherever you're comfortable, but but just keep hitting all the way. And it has a tremendous growth as the cloud environment is growing. There are a lot of opportunities as the third party integrations are going on more and more in the market now than in the past. So there are a lot of tools coming up actually. It's in the market every time you keep seeing like a lot of tools. But as we discussed, right? So if you know the basic SQL, as in the previous example, right? If you know the basic SQL query structure, what we are doing, when we know that, right, we can use it anywhere else. Wherever there is a data mining, wherever you are querying something, right, you can use pretty much use the same syntax. So yeah, are you happy with this part? Salaries, somebody asked me a question actually 2 days ago. I was on a phone call and they asked me the salary range. So that's why I came up with this slide. So it's very pretty decent, at least when we start with the administrator level. So then we can start progress. There is a solution architect level that is really good actually. So you remember last time one gentleman came and gave a demo, you remember? So he started like beginner only, like administrator, but later on, after certain years, right, he gained a lot of confidence and job profile, right? He under his belt, he got a lot of experience, right? Then he moved to Salesforce company itself. So it's pretty easy to learn and implement actually. Next one. And when we talk about salaries, there is one more thing we have to consider, where we live and where we are expecting the job, right? See, if there are like big cities like in New York, obviously California, obviously the salary range is high. But like Georgia or Charlotte and this area, actually those are pretty decent, not less but pretty decent, considering our living cost. That's what nowadays employers they're asking, right? So they ask us, oh, where do you live? Oh, based on it, they will think about their salary. They will calculate the salary. So do they look good? Salary range and the area where we work from, Illinois or California, any area.
So the basic job is administrator, right?
Yeah, administrator is the starting point actually, because administrator does not need any programming skills. Just we have to play with whatever tools Salesforce provide. As a developer, we can keep adding additional tools by adding plugins. So we can develop the plugins. Salesforce provide a kind of programming interface. Using that programming interface, we can develop the plugins and we can enhance our functionality.
Is BA here is same as in other cases like QA and other places?
Yeah. As I told you, right? So here also we have QA. We have all kind of jobs here. So developer is there, BA is there, project manager is there. So that's why we pick up the Scrum Master concepts, right? They work everywhere, wherever we go. So business analyst concepts are the same thing. But the only thing is the business, in addition to the the vanilla version in generic business analyst concepts. On top of it, now we have to talk about Salesforce, because now it is a Salesforce specific. Some business analyst is specific to any healthcare product, right? So they behave like business analysts, but they need to have this healthcare knowledge, like a lot of HIPAA regulations, healthcare regulations, like that. But in general, what they do is they do the jobs are the same. Pretty much they go to capture the requirements from the customer or capture the requirements from the team members and pass it on, document them and give it to the development team and make sure that, if it is a Scrum environment, make sure that they attend all the Scrum calls, sprint planning, all these responsibilities are the same. Actually, I know few people, they attended, they went to interview as a project manager and business analyst. They asked them a question. Hey, do you have any idea about Salesforce? They asked him. But it was not a Salesforce administrator job. It was like a generic project manager. It's like a generic business analyst jobs. But nowadays, people are expecting the Salesforce knowledge also. So friends, as I told you, right, one company uses like hundreds of softwares. Nowadays, people are using Salesforce also, one of them. My company also, they use a Salesforce. But, one small team in Montreal, they use it actually. So whenever we need them, I can get an access. Actually, I recently request for access, but I don't use it to day-to-day operations. They use them because they use it. Um, what is that? Keep track of a ticketing actually. As I told you, right? When we open a case for any home maintenance, we using the ticket number, they can keep track of it, where our request is there, right? And what happened to our request, how much we paid. They can pull all the history behind it just based on this case, one case number. So similarly, our product is like a change request. When we put a change request to when we put a request to change any firewalls, or if you want to make any changes in the system, so with one change request, we can tell the whole history. Every dependencies, we can talk about it. So that's where they maintain it actually. Pretty much almost all the companies, they have CRM. Wherever they have CRM nowadays, they're opting for Salesforce because it's a cloud-based product and they can easily integrate with other cloud applications like AWS and Azure and Oracle Cloud. Any question here? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us hit the administrator. Let's target the administrator. And before we target it, right, see whether you want to go to the Salesforce path or whether you want to go to project management or business analyst or Scrum Master. But I do strongly recommend you guys get that certification, Salesforce administrator certification. Very easy. So I'm preparing and I'm taking break, and but one of our team member already completed. She completed successfully. So yeah, I'm not going to tell the name. So so start with the administrator, then but if you really want to go to the Salesforce path, right, so just try to hit hard. Okay, don't stop it with administrator, but go all the way on the ladder. Then one day I might invite you guys to give a talk to the next batch of students. So annual salary range depends on the location where we live, right? So yeah, the next question, right? Growth. So are we taking this career? Some people ask me like manual testing. I discourage them. I definitely don't encourage them because I see that it is like almost like sunsetting. There is no concept like manual QA nowadays. I mean, maybe some companies they use them, but they are in the front line. If some company has to, if the company has to let some people go, first they are in the front row to go actually. Because see, nowadays everything is like a automation, right? Everything is automation. There are a lot of softwares available, so slowly the manual stuff is going away. So that's why so when you consider any software, when we want to follow any career path, right, you have to see that where it will take us down the road. See, if you see that, right, it's a really nice growth. You see that 2018, 19, 20, 2020, 2021, 2022. You see that there is still growing on, and we can easily tell it. We don't need this graph. We can tell it because nowadays everything is on the cloud, and now now almost all applications are cloud-based applications, right? So I'm not surprised. We don't have to look at this graph, but still, just to just to give us an idea. So it's growing in 2024 beyond even. Yeah. So if you decide to take this path, please. And okay, theory is over. You have any questions? Do you have any questions? So far, do you have any questions?
Yeah, brother Ravi, I
Hmm.
have a question like on integration.
Hmm.
If we want to integrate our Salesforce application with other systems, like for example, like if I am working on banking application, so
Hmm.
do I need to learn about like Encino or an analytics application, data have a application? Do I need to learn about like a Tableau, like that, Salesforce Tableau and Salesforce Encino, all these things?
I mean, up to the integration point, up to integration point. See, if we have to see, not only not only Salesforce and Tableau. See, for example, any integration of the software, right? For example, GitHub to Jira or Jira to Confluence. There are a lot of tools, integration tools, right? So we may not master both of them, but at least we need to know an idea up to, at least up to that integration point. So nowadays there is a lot of
Like
documents
what
and
to like what services we use, like a
yeah,
REST and SOAP API, that's enough, right?
yeah. So nowadays, what there are a lot of documentation, right? So see, I explain how the integration happens. Generally they will explain step by step process. We have to capture. See, I'm throwing an example because I never did it, right? So I I cannot give you exact picture, but based on other tools integration I can give you some idea. So what they do generally, there is a API, URL link is there. Actually generally we capture that link. In this example, let me throw you, it may be totally wrong, please forgive me, but I give us an example, right? So Tableau, we will capture one URL. So we keep it there. And in the Salesforce, in the configurations and settings, that's where actually we give this URL. Make sure that there is a proper handshake between these two applications. That's what we do. So we will post something, make sure that it will reflect there, or that application posts something that will reflect here. That's what we do. That make sure that there is a end to end communication between these two applications. Very easy. We don't have to know anything. They will give a URL. Even customer care, if you ask them, the technical customer care integration, during the integration time they will give you a link, and they will say that, oh, use this link at this settings, at this field, you put this link and give these options, like option A, option B, option C, whatever it is, right? We follow this step by step process. That's all. Pretty straightforward. It's like just plug in and play. Almost all the tools are like that nowadays. Integrations are very easy.
Okay, brother.
I'm
Thank you.
telling in generic terms, okay? It may not be true, but just telling that based on other tools integration, whatever I have witnessed. So just, I mean, we will learn a little bit of functionality. Okay, when we are integrating Tableau, right? At least we should be having a little idea what we are going to achieve out of it, right? Integration. So that's where just we will put a little efforts, but definitely it's not like a days of weeks of learning. Definitely it's like just a few hours. Just we'll brush it and use the URLs wherever they ask us to configure it.
So, Raviji, I have one experience like working on the CRM,
Mm-hmm.
but not on the cloud CRM. How this CRM thing works, like when like in the financial institute where I was working. So when a customer come into the bank, first of all, for it's a new customer. When
Mm-hmm.
a new customer comes in the bank, he wants to open the account. So first of all, he will interact with the customer service representative. That person, what he will do, he will ask all the information about the customer, or he will give that form maybe. Sorry. In the previous time, like where the online application was not there, we
Mm-hmm.
used to have the physical form, right? And that
Mm-hmm.
physical form was filled by the customer service representative on the system. The person, like customer service representative, they were using the software called CRM, where they are feeding all the information, which information they are getting from the customer. So, for example, I went to a bank. I want to open an account. I fill the form. I give the form to that person, and now that person entered that all the information into the CRM software. Now the information is stored in the software. So like that, in now today's scenario, correct me, Raviji, if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So that time the application was on cloud, but now it's very popular actually, the cloud thing. So due to the cloud thing, like for example, if we enter that information in one place, and that financial institute is also like connected with the other institute also, so automatically everybody is having the information about that customer, so they can generate the sales also, like who is the potential. I'm talking in terms of the financial institutions.
That's where the
Like they can,
analytics comes. Analytics comes in. Yeah.
say how they can generate the sales, how they can find the trend of the customer, how many times he buy the product, how many times he sell the product, and how, what is his asset, net worth, and everything. We
Yeah.
came to know everything about that person because he's daily, or like he's a customer of our company, and now he's
Yeah.
interacting with the system, so he's
Yeah.
giving his information through that, and we are generating the data and everything. That's how we are getting the information and storing the information in the CRM software. And that's how this CRM is using this customer data for analytics and for generating the sales. And this is, I think, all about all the big companies are using, like Amazon, Facebook. I think so. This is what I understand.
Right. That is correct. Actually, that's correct. See, instead of the physical forms, right? Nowadays, the CRM
Yeah.
thing, they capture a lot of data. So when they capture the data, obviously they will store the data in the database, CRM database, right? So when the raw data is there, right? They play around with that in multiple ways. So that's why the analytics come. So whatever way they want to use it, they want to see that whether he is a prospective customer, whether he or she, right? For their, that's why you keep seeing like getting calls. How they know that we have money, or how they know that we are looking for money, borrowing money, because they capture all the data, right? So they use a lot of analytical tools, analytics, and they come to the conclusion. That's why nowadays, see, how many people will lift the call? Somebody call us, some unknown number, and say that, hey, we want to know that, how much are you planning to buy a home in 6 months? First of all, we don't lift the call. We don't have time for that. And when somebody strange person comes, right, we don't tell him, right? So, but how the banks are capturing all the information, banks or any social media or any powerful tools, because they use a lot of analytics nowadays. So everything is go behind the scene, based on it, they come to conclusion. They know that what kind of food we like it, what kind of dress we want to wear. They capture multiple things based on our shopping habits and everything. Definitely analytics. So nowadays it's like a more AI integrated analytics are in place, right? So very powerful tools are there in the market.
Actually, the sales people come to us only to give us the list of the customers so that they can go and act, because we are the one who were generating all this
Yeah.
data.
Yeah.
So this is very useful information actually. Yeah.
Right. And that's why, when the integration comes, right? If the Salesforce can do all of them, great. If the Salesforce cannot do that, right? Like a Salesforce to Tableau integration kind of thing, it supports the integration with third party products. So that, for the maximum benefit of the customer, maximum benefit of the companies, the integration will cater their needs.
Yeah, that time actually Tableau was not there, so we used to generate the reports on the Excel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excel is like a standard reporting. It has been there, right? So
Yes.
yeah, if
Yes.
people does not have any proper software, immediately, okay, let's use Excel. So we will think about it, the dashboards later. First of all, let's generate the Excel, reports, right? So that is like a by default reports mean default, Excel, like, yeah. Good. Tim, do you have any questions? Does anyone have any questions? Are we good?
So the information you have shared, like they will give the training on the IntelliPath people,
IntelliPath, yeah.
Salesforce admin, as well as the Salesforce app builder, right?
App builder, actually, yeah. Salesforce admin is the main focus, and on top of it, app builder. Yeah. Let's go for
What is
both, actually. What is that?
okay?
Yeah. App builder is pretty much like a development.
From the scratch, or just the drag and drop thing? Because I have seen some videos on the app builder thing.
Yeah.
So there was some inbuilt feature on the Salesforce, and just we should know what is our requirement, and we should go and do the window shopping, like that. We can add on those features for
Right.
building a particular app.
Right. I saw a little bit before this class. I saw a little bit. Salesforce is providing a development environment called like any programming language, right? It's providing like a IDE development environment. So pretty much I believe it's like a drag and drop. But whenever we do the drag and drop, right, there is always an option whether you can switch between the drag and drop mode or switch between the code mode actually. You can sometimes operating a code is always faster than the drag and drop. So I think there is a mode between, but I need to study a little bit further. But obviously there is a switch between toggle between drag and drop mode or code mode. But they are providing Salesforce is providing a platform like our notepad. It's providing a platform like a notepad, and there we can literally do it actual coding. Drag and drop is not a new concept, right? Earlier we used to have like Visual Basic kind of thing. That's what forms, buttons, and when we submit the it's like a drag and drop. What it will do behind the scene, it will generate the code for us, so that we don't have to it will reduce our coding what is that, coding efforts.
It's good for the person who don't know coding.
Yeah,
Like
initially to start with, but but
yeah.
actually when we generate a little bit more powerful tools, right? So definitely coding really helps, but coding is not it's a devil. Yeah, I mean nowadays it's very easy because there are a lot of coding what is that, lessons are available, sessions are available, or tools are available, very very easy. Friends, any questions? Are we good?
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, see, this is so far theory part, right? Theory part. Make sure that
I
if
have a question.
Oh yeah,
brother.
please.
Yeah, this Salesforce is any related to the digital marketing and that thing?
Digital marketing. One of you guys did something about digital marketing. Yeah. We talk about it. Yeah, I know now. I got it actually. So digital market. I don't know. I'm not into that actually, but
No, is there any relation between the Salesforce and the digital marketing? I'm just asking.
Salesforce is a generic tool, sister. Generic tool. So wherever we use the CRM product, we can use Salesforce actually for anything related to that one. Yeah. When we deal with customer, you can use Salesforce. I mean, I can see that we can use it anywhere, even the digital marketing. Sumita, do you have any comment on it?
I've seen actually searching on the Google. It's saying the marketing cloud, digital marketing platform on Salesforce. Yeah.
Okay.
See,
Because
most
it is
companies these days use digital marketing. That is, I mean, no company can do without digital marketing these days. But I don't know how it integrates with Salesforce. And I'm sure all CRM systems in big companies have some kind of integration to capture digital marketing leads and all that. Other than that, I wouldn't know much. I've not used any Salesforce tools for digital marketing.
Any comments? Any questions? Yeah, there is something called Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Salesforce Marketing Cloud, that is for the data first digital marketing. Yeah. So Nancy, see, Salesforce is like a very versatile tool. It definitely supports like multiple platforms, right? So why can't it support the digital platform, digital marketing? So there is Salesforce as a Salesforce Marketing Cloud is there. Companies of all sizes can use digital marketing automation features to find more customers in today's competition using Salesforce Marketing Cloud. They have a digital marketing version, digital marketing tools. Yeah. Did it answer your question?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So the theory part is over, but if anyone wants to get some little bit, get into the game. So, there is a, what is that URL? It's a cloud, right? Like a gmail.com. Obviously there is a, what is that? there is a cloud platform. It's a free. It's for the developer environment. So we all can register it and we can start play around with that. So I mean, last time when he gave a class demo, actually he explained that URL. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the URL in our chat. So I encourage all of you guys, even before we join the, IntelliPad classes or not, we will decide later. But even before you do anything, right? So I encourage all of you guys, just register here and get a free Salesforce account. They're not going to charge anything. It's a free. So just to start play around with that. There are some of the tools are like really helpful. So I ping in the chat actually for everyone. So developer.salesforce.com.sign up, right? This is pretty much like a sandbox where we can literally play. It's free. Okay, what is there to lose, right? Just register there. Just start playing. So the registration process is like this. Okay, let me go back to my presentation mode. Where am I? Okay, so let me. Okay, you see, do you see my screen? Developer.salesforce.com. Sign up. Did you see my screen, team?
Yes.
Okay. This is where we have to start our registration. So I encourage all of you guys, start your registration. Very simple, right? It asks for first name, last name, email address, and a role. The role, you can give any role. It's just, we need to fill in some info. So just there is a drop down. In the drop down, you pick up some role. Company name, you can give like any company name. You can give like some fixtures company, or you can give your company name if you have any plans to start a one. So country, you pick it up, postal code, very straightforward. Okay, once you do this, once you do that registration part, so then it will prompt us to log in. So you enter the login, then you go to then you are in. Then you are in the development environment. This is a plug and play environment. Just play around with that. There is a lot of features. We're going to talk a few of them, and we can talk more in the coming weeks. But this is where we should start, my friends. So knowing concepts are great. Pay is great, awesome, and there are a lot of scope for growth. That's awesome. But we need to start somewhere, right? So this is where we can start actually. So there are a lot of videos there are a lot of free videos in the YouTube. You can start some basics and just log in and play around that. There are a lot of videos. I can share a few in our WhatsApp group, and you can start from there. But the first step, please go ahead and register here. It's a free. Start it here. Okay, clear?
Ravi, do we have any time limit or expiration date or?
Not at all. It's a free. And they won't charge any money. Just we can keep using it actually.
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome. See, especially when AWS, Amazon Web Services, right? Amazon Web Services or Azure or Oracle, they provide free cloud environment too. But as a Sushma asked, right? So yeah, she makes sense, right? So when we use those cloud platforms, the free account is valid for 1 year, and that too, we can do certain things. We can, when we spin a server, when you do something, right, everything will be calculated. They give like some free credits. Once you cross the free credits, they will start charging us. That's why even though AWS, Azure or Oracle, even though those are free accounts, but at the time of we creating those free accounts, they will ask us to register our credit card info, valid credit card info, even though they don't charge anything upfront. But when we start using more than 1 year, and when we start using the resources, it's as I told you, right, it's you will be charged on go. The more you use them, you will be charged more, even though that is a free account. But there is a threshold. Once you cross that limit, right, then after that they start charging us. But here, the beauty of Salesforce dev environment, no credit card information, nothing at all. Just you give your email address, first name, last name, and register it, and start using it. Very friendly. So please don't leverage this beautiful opportunity, and get your hands dirty and gain some confidence. And I will show you what to start, where to start also. Clear? All of you guys got the what is that URL? developer.salesforce.com sign up. I text you in the message. Did you all see?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
got
got it.
Yes.
You guys are good, right? Okay. Same, pretty straightforward. First thing, first page, you will get this registration page. Once you are done with that, it will ask you to log in. Then once you log in, then you are in. So that's where we can play a little bit. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I will stop it here. Then I will start my session. I will log into my portal. I will log in. I will sign in, log into my portal. Then I will show you a few things what we can do. Couple of weeks ago, I think Soumya called me actually. Soumya and me actually, I showed her a few functionalities. Soumya, remember, right? So we added like a few users and
yes, yes,
just to show her. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, she was talking about a Tableau. She was preparing to share the Tableau. Then I showed her it's pretty much have the same functionality. We have like 15 minutes or half an hour class, and not class actually sharing. So I'm going to share a few functionalities. Okay. Here, URL, registration, login, then you are in. Okay. Let us stop it here. Then I will share my screen on the portal, and then I will show you a few things what we can do here. Do you have any questions so far, friends? I am opening actually. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I am there. I'm getting there. Okay. Login. It's coming up actually. Yeah. Friends, what do you see now on my screen?
Login page.
Oh,
Login.
login page. Okay, login page. Salesforce login page, right? So because I already finished my registration long ago, so this is these are my credentials, right? So let me log in. I mean, so this is a free account, and we can play. You see that, right? Whatever I show in the chart, that's where I'm here. Okay. Most of the time, as an administrator, most of the time we play around with this setup. If you see in the left hand side on the top, there is a setup. Let me increase the font. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, can you see it now? Clear? Good. Did I bother do? It's good. Okay, right? You want me to reduce the font a little bit?
It's good. Whatever is convenient to you, we can see it now.
Okay, whatever you guys see. I mean, yeah. Okay, that's good. See, most of the time, okay, it's a 300% is maybe not needed. Okay, 200% is okay, so that we can see the whole screen. You're okay, right, guys, friends?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. See, once you log in that, right? So most of the time, as an administrator, most of the time you play around this option called setup. Play around the option called setup. Can somebody put it on mute? Okay, thank you. So yeah, we play around this setup, right? Play around this setup. So if you see there are a lot of options: administration, users, data, email, and platform tools, apps, featuring settings. Einstein. Hey, sorry, Soumya, Einstein. I think there is a component called Einstein AI. So
Yeah,
we
there
have,
is the Einstein theory of
yeah,
analytics here. We are
I
using.
think we have to do little research on it, and at least you should be knowing it, because as you aware of this Tableau. Okay, see, objects and fields. Today I learned something new. Thank you. So objects and fields, events, and you see that there are a lot of options here. So as of now, we don't know anything. I mean, the more and more we explore, we know that, right? So for today's exercise, let us do one thing actually. User, I already added Soumya one time, and last time, I added like a few users here. So today I'm going to add like user. So what we do, the first thing what you do to find anything. Okay, let's think about it. We have a company, and somebody joins our company first day. So what we have to do, we have to add him as a part of our organization, right? That's what we do, right? So we are running an organization, and a new employee joins our company. So for example, okay, let us see. So what, first of all, what we have to do, I have to add the user. It's already there, the option, I can see the user, but sorry, user. Okay, here it is, user. So we click on the user, click on users. Okay, here it is. So this is where all the users. Okay, we got a new employee. Okay, new user. Okay, you guys suggest a name. Anybody?
Einstein.
Okay, Anbu. Let us put like Anbu, brother. Yeah. So okay. Okay. So it doesn't have to be a real email. A Kumar. Okay, let us say com. Okay, username. We can give like a username. See it automatically. Okay, it's suggesting few things, but we don't have to follow that. So A Kumar is a okay. Okay. Nickname you can give it. It's like a regular form. There is nothing software. There is nothing. We're not programming anything. Just we are like any other form. Like our when we buy the flight ticket, we enter the info, right? That's what we are doing here. First name, last name, alias name. So whatever different companies follow different naming convention. That's how we have to give the name actually. Most of the companies, they have like a first name, they take like the first letter of the name and they put the last letter, last name. So A Kumar, something like that, right? So role, whatever role you want to give him, you want to make him CEO or you want to add him any one of those roles. There are some roles, it comes up with that, but on top of it we can add different roles. So let's make him he's a good brother, I know him for many years, so let us make him a director of sales. So user licenses. See the company also, they cannot keep adding like a number of people actually. So there should be like some licenses, what kind of licenses they can start with. So for example, 4-star free, whatever it is. Okay, we added the user and there is a time zone. It looks like it's like, because it's all self-explanatory. So let's pick up something like Western Europe or US time or something. Okay. So time zone. Okay, I will keep all of these options. Let me save it, what it says. Okay, username must be in the form of an email address. Okay, good. Okay, see how friendly it is. It is all, it's actually correcting me like that, like any other form. There is nothing magic here. So here, save. Okay, it doesn't like something else. So let us see. Duplicate username. The username already exists in the or other Salesforce organization. Username must be unique across all Salesforce organization to resolve. Oh, so it is totally comparing with other users in the whole Salesforce organization. Username must be unique across all Salesforce organization. So we totally have to use a different username actually. So, okay. Let's give like some random number. 010. Let's see if it likes it. Yeah, it took it. See, we added him here. Hey, Achita is here actually. Can you let her in? She is waiting in the lobby. I think she's in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Oh, okay then. Yeah. Oh, okay. See here, you see that, right? We add him here. We add a user here, and we give him an alias name, and we give an email address, and we give the name, and some other details like which zone he works in, whatever it is. We can explore later actually. So anytime you want to do it, you can edit it, and even you can change it. See how simple is it? Add a user. So very simple, right? So pretty straightforward. That's what admins they do. Admins, they pretty much they play with whatever functionalities it provides. It's a cloud-based application. Just you punch that URL, put your credentials, whatever credential company provides. Once you join the company provides credentials for you, not your personal credentials, right? So you use the credentials and you get into the company setup, and that's where you are. And whatever you want to use it, you use it here. So user, we got a new user and we add him here. So if you see the users, right, I already added, see, Anbu is there, myself is there, Some is there, Smith John. There are a few other users we added them, we work on. Okay. So this is your users.
Do we add like password on it, or
What is the
for the user? Do you get a password?
password? Actually, password you set it. I mean, I let's see. I don't know, but let me see if I can set up the password. If I have that. Oh yeah, generate a new password and notify user immediately. Here it is.
Perfect.
Here there is a password. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, brother. Yeah. So let us see what happened. Okay. I think, see, I gave I put the email, right? Anbu, that's not the original email, right? But I think the user will be prompted there. I think system uses that email and it will prompt him.
Yeah, when you give the right email address, email will be sent to that email, and from there it will ask you to reset the password.
Reset the password.
And
Yeah.
And then you can log in from there. Yeah.
Thanks, Sandhya.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what actually. Yeah. That's good. See. Simple, right? Now the roles. So we can set up new roles. We can leverage already existing roles, and we can play around with that. So there is users, there is a roles. There are like multiple things actually. Permissions. We can define permissions. What permissions you want to give in company, right? There are hierarchy. There are different roles. So we don't put everybody in the common permissions, right? Certain people should be able to see certain actions. Certain people supposed to do certain perform certain duties, right? What it will do, it will segregate the people based on their roles, and it will give them certain permissions actually. So again, we will define the permission set and we play around with that. And yeah, we are I studied a little bit actually, not so much into that. And so but just I encourage all of you guys, just plug and play. So this is a free tool. Just take any, I will find a free video for you guys in YouTube, and I will share it. Sandhya, if you know anything, please share it. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Any free video, like YouTube or something, they don't have to buy Udemy course, but anything. Okay, please.
Yeah, definitely, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, the tool is free. Let them play around, get their hands dirty before the IntelliPart class starts. Anyway, they will take it in an organized way. But my friends, yeah, Sandhya, please.
Sorry, I'm out of thing, but I was wondering, like that demo class with the IntelliPart, if you could please share it whenever you get a chance.
Oh yeah, sure. I did not do that.
I'm not sure. I think they recorded it that day. I couldn't attend. So
Okay, I will do that.
In case if it's available, please do share it.
Sure. I mean, we were there for 1 hour. I think I'm sure I put it on the YouTube. I will share it, Sandhya. Definitely, I do that.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah. Sandhya, you want to share anything on top of it? Because you know much better than me.
No, I've just taken like a week's class.
Yeah.
So whatever you are saying, that is all correct. I mean, that is all fine.
Yeah.
I mean, these permission sets we just learned in the last class. So he first taught us about the lead, opportunity, contact. So when you we're learning about the sales cloud. So there are different clouds, so sales cloud and marketing cloud and service cloud. So in sales cloud, we learned about the lead, the contacts and opportunity. And then we go to the home and object manager. So in object manager, first we create the users, and for each users, we give permissions, we give security, we give different kind of sharings and logins. So first we don't have to create the users. As an admin, when you want to give access to, say for an example, there's an employee and you want to give them a user ID, then we can use the username.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it is like one of the things, but yeah.
But if you have any video, right, please share with our group. Okay. Free video.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever,
at least.
Whatever video I'm following on YouTube, I will share.
Okay. Thank you, Sandhya. That will be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
See,
So,
friends.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Please. You go ahead, please.
So just wanted to, I was wondering, so unlike the other server setting, this permission will be like same as we are giving the permission in the other servers, right? How we use the server admin, like.
I think this is a totally different topic. We don't give any permissions to the service sets as such.
Okay.
So if there is a company and you have set of employees, for example, there's a sales team, there is a marketing team. So you can give certain access to the sales team and you don't want to give certain access to the marketing team. So you give permission sets. So only the sales team can access that particular information.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That is called authorization. See, once people log into this one, right? As we discussed, right? Certain people, they're supposed to do certain duties. We don't give access to the everybody, right? So yeah, that's what the segregation comes in. Roles actually. That is common with many applications. It doesn't have to be with Salesforce, but if you see the cloud also, if you see any applications, right? So we don't give everybody to administrator, administrator access, right? So you can, even for the, if I share any videos, right? You guys, I give like some people read access, some people write access, some people like a administrator access. In the company is also same, right? So, for certain, whatever access is necessary, that's what we give it. We don't give more than that. So different software perform it in a different way. In especially in clouds, what they do, they maintain like a groups actually. There is, there are separate groups for administrator groups. There are groups for write access. Some are for the read access. So when any new employee scheme, what they will do, they will map to the particular, appropriate groups actually. That is called active directory. They use like an active directory. There are a lot of technologies, but pretty much behind the scene, the concept is the same. As Sandhya said that, right? So we will segregate the people. We don't give everybody to the same access, right? Yeah.
Thank you both of you. Thank you.
Sandhya, please go ahead and share anything you want to share, please, because you are taking classes and you know better.
Yeah, but not much. Like I've just started with the classes. Like you're mentioning, it is not very complicated. I felt until now. I'm not doing the development part, only the admin part, but I'm not sure if that would be enough. Only after like completing the 5 weeks, I will know.
It's a 5 weeks. Okay. But Sandhya, I please don't stop with just administrator. Just grasp some development concepts also. I mean, if not immediately, but later on, you can explore them. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But I don't have any background development things.
No, easy. I mean, yeah. See, friends, I mean, I know few people attended a job interview for a business analyst, project manager. They expect people nowadays, having a Salesforce is a big plus. Like having a Scrum certification is a big plus. Having a Salesforce skill set is a very big plus actually, because the employers, when they hire the people, they really like to see it actually on your resume.
I think certification is a must for this.
Yeah.
As long as I've heard, we have to have the certification no matter what.
Right.
I mean, to get a job at least. Yeah.
Right. I mean, one of us actually, she completed actually. She completed like second attempt. She completed easily. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm looking forward to join because I was interested in the IntelliPad. I've seen some of their videos. I kind of liked it. So when they start in February, I would like to join your the team also.
Sure, Sandhya. Yeah, you're welcome. Actually, thanks to Soumya. Actually, Soumya only came up with IntelliPad because I was shopping around, trying to get a good instructor, for a reasonable price, right? So people start quoting like sky. Somebody quoted like 1,500, somebody quoted like 1,000. But not only that, not only money, right? But also the quality of training is important. So then, she only says me. So, but then we did the behind the scene. We did a lot of bargaining with them, left and right. Yeah.
Yeah, IntelliPad, I've seen some YouTube videos. So as long as I've seen for Salesforce, if you see the YouTube videos, you'll be able to understand. It is not like very difficult, but to know the concepts, you need to know the concept, where to use what.
Right.
For that, we definitely need a class, like someone who's experienced to explain us what to do, when to do.
Right.
Yeah, otherwise, like YouTube videos should be more than enough, but you wouldn't understand the concepts behind it.
Yeah, YouTube video. I mean, for time being, to get a little
Yeah.
bit, get familiar
Yeah,
with these
definitely.
concepts actually before the IntelliPart part class starts, because anyway we have
Mm.
time. So that's what I'm telling you. Don't take Salesforce very serious if you're already in the QA automation classes. So continue those classes as they are. Focus on that class because those are time framed, right? Time bounded. After
Yeah.
5 weeks, 4 weeks, we don't have any QA automation classes. So focus on that part. This is just like a passion. If you want to explore a little bit, get your hands dirty and learn a little bit about Salesforce. Just get concepts as much as you can. Yeah.
Yeah, like a couple of years back, I've done QA training, but I didn't do any job after that for some personal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But then now I was like completely, I want to do Salesforce thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to like continue with that. So yeah, let's see, hopefully.
No, you will do great, Sandhya. You will do great. Yeah. I mean, both will be helpful. So that's what I'm saying, that right. Whether we use it immediately or not, right? Something when you learn something, some concepts, right? Definitely they will come handy.
Yeah,
And
but
you
thank
really
you
need.
so much for all the efforts you're putting.
No, my pleasure, my pleasure. I mean, it's like a win and win. I get a lot of encouragement, support from you guys too. So it's all win
Yeah,
and
but
win.
thank you so much for your time. Yeah.
Thank you. My pleasure, Sandhya. Yeah, guys, friends, do you have
So-
any questions? Yeah, please, Durusha, please.
So Raviji, I'm sharing one link
Oh, yeah.
on the chat for everybody. So this is like a
Yeah.
free login you can do. This is I'm not doing any promotion to IntelliPath. So Raviji, never say thank you for anything, because if we have to say thank you to you,
No.
we
That's
lose
fine.
the
That's fine. We
support.
are all here to support each other. That's fine.
So
That's fine.
like that's what. So
Yeah.
thanks to you only. So, but here's the one login I came across when
Yeah.
I was searching some videos. So
Uh-huh.
again, I find the IntelliPath at Academy. This is for students. There are some free videos
Yeah.
for we can go through those video like SQL, Python. In fact, they have the app builder video also, Salesforce. So very
Yeah.
good videos if you want to go through and get some idea about those.
Yeah.
So encourage everybody to go and just have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have the learning portal, as you said that, right? They have wonderful videos, and for us also, our classes, right? After the classes, they promise us they're going to put all of our videos available for us, and our class is going to be exclusively for us. Sushma, sorry, I saw your question now. So it's about 6 weeks, 6 weekends, pretty much like our QA automation timings, Saturday and Sunday for 6 weeks actually, because they ask for 6 weeks, 36 hours. QA is like 5 weeks. I see that, but this is like 6 weeks. So that will be good enough. Whatever we learn over the weekend, right? So we will be having enough time to practice, and to before we come back to the class again the next weekend. Answer your question.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ravi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's going to be in February, mid of February. Yeah. It's like February 12th onwards. Yeah. February 12th onwards, and 6 weekends. And 6 hours per week, 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday. And but our I challenge you guys, not only just classes, right, but also take very serious and finish the certification, Salesforce admin certification. Very easy. I told them several times, our main focus is to get all the students certification. They said that their course will take us through, and I believe that, because see, I did a little study myself. I purchased a lesson in Udemy, and I did a little study, and I gained a good amount of idea. So definitely if somebody teaches in a systematic way, right, definitely it will take us a long way. As Sandhya said that, right, we can pick up a lot of concepts, but they know where to start, where to end, or else just we'll play around here and there. Any questions? So before we think about the IntelliPart, right? So first of all, register yourself, open a free account, and just play around. And one of us, either Sandhya or myself, or one of you guys, one of us, right? We will share some videos, easy videos. Just you can start with that. Just play around with that, to get a little bit comfort before we really hit the actual play. Okay? Sounds fair? Sounds good?
Yes, Raviji. Yes.
Okay. So next week also I will take class on Salesforce. So this time I will prepare a little bit more. and I will come a little bit more organized way. Okay, so like today I show you like creating a user, right? Next time I will Sandhya, you want to take a class next week?
No, I mean, even I'm very new to this, so I don't want to do something which I don't know for sure.
Okay, that's okay, but whenever you are comfortable, please feel free to do. Okay, this is our class.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
No one is outsider here. Just it's like this is our
It's just
platform.
been like a week that I started, so yeah,
Sure.
I don't know much. Yeah.
That's okay, but whenever you feel comfortable or you really want to share, you're always welcome. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
That's what I'm inviting everybody. Whoever wants to come and share it. So just what will we lose, right? We will learn at least some concepts, few concepts, right? Yeah. Today you share a really good amount of good points. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. So Soumya ji, please give me one more week, next week. After that, you can take Tableau. Okay. Tableau, do you need like 2 classes, right?
I can take as many as you want, sir. Because
Okay.
I completed the course in 3 months. So I will give very brief knowledge, maybe 2 classes. It will be good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do me a favor then. Can you take class next week?
Whatever you say, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Soumya. So take the class. I mean, take the class. Maybe 2 classes next week and next the following week 2 classes. Okay. 2 weeks, right? You take the classes, and again I will get back on Salesforce. Meanwhile, I will study a little bit, and I will come a little bit more organized way.
Sure.
Because already you finished the Tableau, right? So you already have idea on it. So you can take the class immediately. So but meanwhile, friends, please create a free account and start playing a little bit on it, and we will share a video. I will share a video. Just play around it. Okay. Sounds fair? Good.
Sure, brother.
Yeah. So I also encourage you guys, please come forward. Whatever you want to share it, that's fine. Please, this is our platform. Okay. We are not answerable, accountable to anybody, as long as we come with an good intention to help each other, right? So that's what we are here. Yeah. Can we stop it here then? If you're all good. Next week our class is Tableau. All right.
Sure, Ravi.
Sure.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you all.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you
Thank
so
you all.
much.
Thank you so much, all of you, for your time.
Ravi, brother.
Hmm.
This is not regarding the Salesforce. Because of the Sunday's weather, is there any chances of having the class in the morning itself or Saturday continuing? Because there is a severe weather or freeze rain. If there is a power outage, we'll have some issues.
Yeah. Okay, I will what I will do. Sure, sister. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah, in that case, we can have one more extra class, additional class. Can you guys take like 2 classes then, Saturday? Sunday, we don't know, right? Power outage. Yeah, there is a pretty possibility actually. Yeah, we can discuss, sister. We can discuss in the Q automation platform. Okay.
Thank you.
I will take input of all of you. Yeah, it's a very valid point. Thank you.
But Raviji, one day will be very difficult. Anyway, I can't take that many that much in one day.
What is that? Sorry.
Like you were saying, Saturday whole, it will be very long session for me. So it
Oh,
won't be
not for you, not
easy.
for you. That is a Q automation. Q automation. She was talking
Yeah,
about.
no, I'm talking about QA automation only. Like you were saying, you can club the 2
Oh
days.
yeah, 2 classes. Yeah, 2
So
classes
that
is
would be like very heavy session.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, we will take input from everybody. Okay, whatever work for most of us, right? Yeah, we will go for it. Okay, yeah, okay. We will talk about it in a QA platform. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So,
everyone.
what will happen if Sunday classes, right? Whatever reason, if it cancels, right? So we will have one more extra week, or maybe one more. We can cover somewhere else. Okay. Okay. We will accommodate. No worries. I will talk to the teacher, Jerusha's sister. Is it okay?
Okay, thank you, brother.
Yeah. We will accommodate. No worries. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Okay.
So thank you, Brother Ravi, for
Have a
the
good night.
Thank you,
informative.
brother. Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Thank
Good
you
night, all
so
of you.
much.
Thank you, Anna.
Bye. Bye,
Thanks for
everyone.
joining. Yep.
So much.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I have to press?
Yes.